Good morning, everybody. All right, so today it's going to be kind of a glimpse into what we're going to be doing here. So let me just go in here and remove everything that I have on my charts. And then we're going to do a quick rundown today so you guys can get an idea of how things are going to be going, all right? So the first thing that you want to do when you come in to your computer in the morning is actually go to your economic calendar. I found this My FX book. I love it. It's great. One of the best things I've ever found. Wouldn't have found it had I not been researching futures and Forex. All right, so the very first thing you want to do is look for your news. Okay, what do we have up on the economic calendar? All right, guys, very simple. I'm going to click here and I'm going to get, why am I not logged in? All right, I'm logged in. I don't know why it's not. But anyway, you want to turn on your notifications so you get little pop-ups here as the news approaches. And this will give you a countdown. And it'll start flashing so you know and you have reminders. Excellent tool. I love it. All right, very next thing you want to do is you want to mark off yesterday's close, all right? So yesterday, here we go, yesterday, 4 p.m. Let's go right to 4 p.m. Right here, all right? So right here is yesterday's close. I am going to come in here into shapes and a rectangle. Make sure we're at 4 p.m. I'm going to put this little box. Now I'm going to double click on that box. I'm going to turn it to yellow. Yellow is just the color that I like to use for it. I don't know why. We're going to save that, all right? Now that's going to be drawn out across your screen. Now what do we use that for? How do we use that? Okay, here you can see all the trades I took today and my fill orders. So far we're up 475.50 on the MNQ, 25 on the NQ. All right. Enough of that. You can remove those as well. Typically, I don't have them on there, so I do not know why they're on there now. All right, so looking at this chart from yesterday's close, which is right here, and I'm just going to draw another little rectangle, but I'm going to use a multi-point shape, which is really cool. It lets you draw something any way you want. Okay, so from this point on, right here, until now, what do you guys see? All right, this is what you have to do. This is what's going to make you a consistently profitable trader. Okay, let me just get a couple of things here. I just jumped in here. I wasn't really planning on doing a video today, but why not, right? Let's open this bad boy up. All right, so what do you guys see here? Okay, what is the overall direction of the market? Why is this not letting? Oh, that's why. Overall direction is down, right? So from yesterday's close, the market is right now 100% net short, NS. Now I'm going to be abbreviating a lot of things, so just come to terms with the terminology I'm using, so when you see it in pictures that I post or we're talking about it, you'll know exactly what it means. NS, net short. Right now, since yesterday's close, the market is 100% net short. All right? In these instances, when the market is 100% net short at the open, which is 9:30, the high probability trade is to go back up to the long side, okay? Is it guaranteed to work? Absolutely not. Nothing is. I don't know how many times I've told you guys this in the past, but you can do everything right and still be wrong, okay? That doesn't change with the futures market. It doesn't matter what market you're changing or trading. The skills that you learn in any market can be Now I'm at a loss for words. You can use them across the board on any market, okay? All right, the very next thing that you want to do is you want to draw your pre-market high. Okay, this here was the official high, but I'm going to draw it from this to this, from here to here. And we're going to change this to red. We're going to change the thickness of it so you could have a nice view. Now we're going to find our pre-market low. All right, and we're going to do the same exact thing. And we're going to go from the close of the candles, not the wick, to the close of the wick, all right? And we are going to make this green as an area of support. Pretty simple so far, huh? Okay, so now we have marked off yesterday's close in yellow. Okay, we have overnight high in red for resistance, and we have the overnight low. Now that could change by the time we hit 8:30, all right? Now the very next thing that I want you guys to do is to draw your trend line. Okay, you could draw one here, right? And we could go down this way, and then you can draw this one. I typically like to do it a little different than what the average trader does. It tends to work a lot better, but I'll draw it backwards like this, and then if you double click on it, you can hit the A line, hit save, and it draws it out there. Okay, so now you could see here that we, like I said in the post today, pre-market, typically this is what you'll see. You'll see a lot of consolidation and then a pop, and then it'll just slowly do its thing with consolidation, and then kind of do its thing, and then a big move, then consolidate, a big move, then consolidate, massive move, and then another move. You know, the closer we get to 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, the bigger and better your moves are going to be, the more people are coming in. Okay, this is the overnight session, Europe, Asia. I think Europe starts at 3 o'clock, and I love trading right at 3 o'clock because you do get some pretty nice moves. Let's look at 3 o'clock. Yeah, you see how we consolidated, and then we hit this 3 o'clock time frame, and then we made this nice move to the upside, then we pulled back. Man, I got some treats for you guys coming up. I found something on here today that I've been trying to find out where you can get a hold of it. It's what the institutions use to trade, but let me just show you this real quick. It's called the bid-ask volume. All right, now look at what this is. You can't see it, but let me open this up, and I'm going to show you right here. And if this is what I'm thinking it is, I think we got a total game changer here. But this morning, I just started messing around with these bars, and I was all excited. I was like, no way, because this is what institutions use to trade. They don't use candlesticks. They use things that look like this. It tells you the amount of orders that are going in, right? And this is how they do their trading. So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, all right, so this doesn't make sense. I'm like, there's way more buy orders in here than there is sell orders. And price isn't doing what it should, which is go up, right? It's having a really hard time to go up. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, all right, so... Sorry, I had a brainstorm there. Brain aneurysm. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe this is going to allow us to see what we can't see as retail traders, and that's big money. Okay? So I'm thinking all these buy orders come in here far outweigh the sell orders. Okay? So this should, in theory, be going up, not struggling and going down. So I said, you know what? I bet you the institutions are selling into all of these candles. Because if you look at it, it's hard to see it now, but there's way more buy orders than there is sell orders, and the only thing that could cause it to not go up would be to have large orders being sold behind the scenes that we can't see. Now check this out. Are you ready? Look what happened. Look at that massive move, almost a 100-point drop. So I just saw this morning. I just started playing around with the platform, and I'm going to take note of this and start watching, because this is really, it's a game changer any way you look at it. If we can see price and what's actually happening in front of us bar by bar like that, I mean, I'm excited, okay, and I hope you guys are too. So I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to pay attention to it, but you can almost predict, you know what the market's going to do. With this many buy orders in here, the market should have just kept going straight up, but it didn't, which tells me that big money was selling into each one of these bars and we couldn't see that. So anyway, let's get back to the thing. I like to jump all over the place sometimes. This just really had me excited today. All right, so anyhow, this is what we were just looking at, this little area right here. And look at this massive move that came right after that. All right, so anyway, so what you're looking for now, we already marked off yesterday's close. We marked off our pre-market high, our pre-market low. We got our trend lines here. Now, this is what I call the no trade zone, okay? Typically, whenever you're going sideways like this, and it's going to be hard to show you on a micro frame like this, but when you're going sideways like this, you'll draw a little box like this, and this is called your no trade zone. You do not take any trades within this rectangle, and you'll see that unfold live here as we go. Let me remove that. So what I did this morning is whenever I see you know, a downtrend or an uptrend, what I do, in addition to drawing the trend lines, and I really love, I'm telling you, this Trade Evade, in my opinion, is 100 times better than Ninja Trader. But anyway, what I will do is I will draw my no trade zone. Something just like that. Okay, and that will keep me from taking trades within this area, okay? You want to take trades near support and resistance, okay? Everything making sense so far? So if you're not trading in here, you're going to save yourself a lot of headaches, all right? So now that we have all that set up, all right, we came in, we identified yesterday's close, we identified the trend, okay? The trend is down, all right? And if you go out to the big picture, we're still in a bear trend. Yes, we have moves to the upside. And I thought it was so funny. You know, you guys know me. I am constantly scouring the internet and following a lot of these gurus. And there was a bunch of them telling everybody in the last couple of weeks when we had that rally. They're like, I'm buying everything again. That was the bottom. And I'm like, are you guys not looking at the bigger picture? You're selling people courses. And you're buying a bounce in a downtrend. Telling the whole world, like, the downtrend is over. Buy everything you can. And I'm just, I don't know. It amazes me. It really does. Okay, so back to this. We have yesterday's close. We have pre-market high, pre-market low. And again, this is going to change as we get closer to 9:30. All right? So if you're trading in the pre-market hours, you want to take your best trades. All right? As soon as this formed, you want to draw your trend line from here to here, and you want to A-ray it, okay? Had you done that, it would have worked perfectly, okay? Same thing here. On this candle yesterday to here, you could have started your trend line. And look at here, touched it perfectly when we drew that out, right? So this is where you want to be looking to trade. You want to get your no trade zone up and out, all right? And that's how you want to start to begin your day, all right? Now, with the 20-period moving average, okay, I always tell you guys, I've always told you, buy at or near the 20, right? At or near the 20. Sell when you're under the 20. I really, as you trade with me, you'll begin to understand why I will short, okay? Because stocks do, they always make moves up and down, right? The market just doesn't go straight up. We do get short periods of time where it does go straight up. All right? But if you're going to take a short position, you want to short at or near the 20. If you're going to take a long position, you want to take a position at or near the 20, right? Make sense? Okay. And here's one thing that I heard on YouTube the other day. Wasn't the other day, it was a couple weeks ago. And I just loved the way he explained this. And like I said, I always learn something new, but I never thought of it like this. What was the guy's name? I don't know. I'll go back and find his name, but he was one of Wall Street's most sought after speakers. Hedge funds hired him to teach their traders how to trade. All right, he uses the same exact thing as we do, the 20 and the 200. That's it. He doesn't use anything else but the 20 and the 200. But he said in this video I was watching, he said, think of the 20 period moving average as a raging river. Okay? And he said, if you are above the 20 period moving average, if price action is above the 20 period moving average and the 20 period moving average is rising, think of it like you're a person standing on the side of the river and you jump in. What's going to happen? You're going with that river, right? Doesn't matter where you jump in. You might jump in here away from the 20, right? But as long as that 20 and that river is rising, that means all that water flow is going to carry you with it. So even if you jump a little too far away from the 20, you might get banged and bruised, but overall, you're pretty much going to end up with a winning trade, okay? But if you enter at the river in a rising 20, that current's going to take you with it, okay? And I was flabbergasted by that analysis because I never thought of it like that. Okay, so think of the 20 period moving average as a raging river, all right? And you want to trade with the flow of the water. Okay, look at here. We broke the 20. Look at that massive raging river, okay? And you'll see this all unfold again live as we start trading together and we go live first week of October, probably October 4th, 5th-ish. I don't even know what the dates are. Let's see if we got calendar here. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure what we're doing. I think we're doing something that weekend, which is why I'm saying the first week of, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. As we get closer, I will let you guys know. But from that point forward, every single day I'm going live. There's no more research needed to be done. There's nothing else that needs to be done. We are ready to go. If you do want to do this with us, I would highly encourage you. Tradeovate is your platform. Okay, I went through several different platforms and I found flaws and issues with every one of them. The more I dig into Tradeovate, the more I fall in love with it. All right. What time is it? 8:30. See that bar? Look at news just came out. I'm like, what the heck's going on? But here it is. I don't know why this says 8:29 and my other ones say 8:30. I'm gonna have to check into that because that's major factor. So, let's see what the economic news just came out. You see, the only thing I haven't figured out... Okay, here we go. So, retail sales, previous, consensus, actual. So, a lot of the news was good. A couple of bad items. But, again, I don't know. This type of news isn't news I would really jump in like I did on the PPI news. PPI news is always a huge market mover, all right? Always a huge, it's one of the biggest market moving events each and every time they do it. Month over month. But again, we're in a strong downtrend, okay? You can't forget that. You always want to play in the direction of the trend, all right? But now we got, let's see what happens here. And this is why I say wait 5 minutes. All right, especially if you don't know what you're doing, but you got to know what news that you can jump right in on and what news you got to wait. All right? So the news like today, I mean, it's really just garbage news, retail sales. Not garbage, and I don't want to say that, because it is news, but we got jobless claims, which, typically will move the market. But it's just nothing like PPI. So you want to give the market time to digest what it is. And you got to remember, all this stuff is typically priced in, which is why when we see the moves we do, the market already knows this well in advance, all right? It's more of a news to take your money from the retail trader kind of thing. And every now and then something will come out that's just the market didn't price in. So, again, you got to be very careful with it. All right, so still, that pre-market level is still holding as of right now. But we did move down, so now let's just grab it and move it down a little bit, all right? Because this is now our pre-market low. Okay, nothing else has changed yet. So these are the things that you want to look for as soon as you come to the table. All right? You want to mark off yesterday's close. You want to draw that support down here. You want to draw that resistance above. You want to find your channels, your trends, and your no trade zones, okay? Now again, this 20 period moving average is kind of, it's kind of, if you look at it, right, it's more of a sideways to down action. It's not a straight down action, right? So this is like one of those times when you just really want to be careful with the size of your trade and your trading locations, okay? Especially trading between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. or not even, I'm going to say between 3 and 5, I really like to trade. Between 6 and 7, some days you will get good moves like this, some days you will, but most of the time you're just going to get chopped. Now 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, each half hour volume picks up and it starts looking better. But from 8:30 on, 8:30 to 10:30 is typically going to be your best time frames to trade in. Anything after that, you're really just trading against algorithms and machines. Now, a lot of these people tell you, they're trying to sell you algorithms to trade for you, right? The problem with that is Wall Street's algorithms are always they're built to do two things. One, detect those algorithms and get rid of them. And two, it's built to hunt stop losses. That's all it's built to do. All right? Everything else is in your mind. All right? Like I've been telling you since day one, trading is easy as long as you have the right mentorship, as long as you have the right knowledge, the right fundamentals, and the right training. And I'm going to give that to you guys now. All right? So I hope everybody out there is going to join me. I hope you guys are ready. We got big things in store. I feel so blessed to be doing this with you guys. I thank the Lord all the time. And, we just have some great things going forward here. And I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. And really, that's it for right now. But this is the basics of what you want to be doing. The first thing that you want to do when you come in, check your economic calendar, right? Economic calendar. The second thing you want to do when you come in is find yesterday's close. You want to mark that off. The third thing you want to do is find that support and resistance, mark it off. The fourth thing you want to do is find any trend lines that you can. Okay? Determine the direction of the day. All right? What is the direction? And by that I mean, do we have a massive uptrend when you come in the morning? Do we have a massive downtrend? Or are we just kind of going sideways and down? Or are we kind of going sideways and up? Or are we just trending in a range? All right? So there's only basically really those three directions. It could be a strong down, sideways and down. That's one direction. Strong up, sideways and up. That's two direction. Or range bound, three direction. So find your direction. Is it one? Is it two? Or is it three? All right? Once you have all that information, start marking off your lines, okay? Find that 20 period moving average. All right? If you're going to take that trade, what do you want to do? Where do you want to trade? At or near the 20, okay? You do not want to trade in the no trade zone. Do not take any trades in the no trade zone. I call the no trade zone the stop hunting zone, all right? You never want to take trades in here because you never know what the market's going to do, all right? And look at how many times the market went sideways right in that trade zone, in the no trade zone, right? The market loves to do crazy things in that no trade zone. And you guys will become experts at this, I promise, all right? I'm going to get everybody up onto the same page, all right? I don't want to babysit you guys for the rest of your life. You could join me any day, trade live with me any day, and I encourage that. I want you guys, but I want you guys to be able to go out and do this on your own, all right? That's the goal of every successful trader should be, is you don't want to be with somebody else your whole life. You want to spread your wings and fly, so to speak, right? All right, guys, so I hope this information helps you. Now, the one last thing that I do want to tell you is between 8:30 Okay, 8:30 and 9:30. You want to mark off that range, okay? And it's going to be a range. And I'm not saying that always going to be, but mark off your time frame from 8:30 to 9:30. Okay? Now at the bell, if you get a big green bar that takes out that whole entire hour, you should be looking to go long. All right? If you're one of those, you got to jump right in and take that trade. Okay? If you get the opposite, if you get a big red bar that takes out the entire hour of trading to the left of it from 8:30 to 9:30, you're most likely going to want to go short. All right? All right, guys. I'm excited. Hope this video helps you out. It should. Okay? This video all by itself could improve your trading 100%. Just all by itself. One video. All right? Watch it again, rewatch it. I'm going to give you homework. I want you guys to try this for tomorrow and tell me how your day went. All right? Doesn't matter what time you come to the table. This is what you want to do every single day before you take a single trade. First thing you're going to do, economic calendar. Economic calendar, economic calendar, economic calendar. Make sure you signed in and set those alarms. Okay? Write a note, stick it to your computer if you have to. And then you're going to go step by step, just what I did. Yesterday's close, support, resistance, trend lines, direction. With that information, you have more information than 90% of the traders that are coming to the table every day. All right? God bless you guys. I'm excited to go forward. I can't wait to see you all in the Discord group. Have a great day, guys. Be blessed, and I'll keep updating on the trades that I'm taking.